So
Hello YouTube, you're with Tosh and MudRaker.
Thanks, MudRaker. Thanks, Tosh.
How are ya?
I'm good.
Now,
We had a slight crash there, didn't we?
The astute of you may have noticed that we had a rather abrupt ending to our last couple of episodes. And it's been a couple of glitches that we've had, well, either with the software or with my computer or something. But this is actually about attempt 3 at doing this particular second part of this episode.
Yeah, that last one might have been my fault. Anyway.
Yeah. So, just to very quickly bring you up to speed with what we have done, I finished creating those modules for our automated farm down the bottom here, and started installing part of it. And then I'm going to use some logistic transport pipes and some basic energy and a tin upgrade so that we can do a 5x5 area. Now I'm also going to risk going out at night because of the fact that we've had so many problems. I don't particularly want to wait till next morning, although I suppose we could have just slept, couldn't I?
Well, you could have. But, there'd be no fun, really, though, would it?
No.
When you put it that way.
So, what we have is we have the planter down the bottom there. And I'm just digging our way through here to put in the logistics pipes, so that we can feed it with seeds or wheat or whatever. So they'll go to there, just as well I counted that properly. And the basic pipe goes in the bottom, which will provide our power from here. And what we're going to place there is this biogenerator. Now, you've used these before? Do you know if they have to connect on one particular side or not?
Yeah, I think they're like the heat generators that they connect out the back.
Okay.
Or front, depending on how you freeze it.
Yeah. Might be just quicker to do this, I think. Yeah, at the back. Which is somewhat ridiculous, but... Okay, and then we'll open that up. We'll stick in some biofuel. And away it goes. So that hopefully is now charging this up, which it is. And what we're going to do now is go over here and get some seeds. Chuck them in here. And look at that, away we go. But we're also going to put in, so you can see there it's only done the 3x3. So we put in the tin upgrade and it does a 5x5.
Yay.
Take the torch out. So there you go. The graphics on the harvester, which I think are quite cute. And what the harvester's basically doing at the moment is just going through and checking each individual block to see whether it's got mature wheat on it or mature product, whatever it is, that it's got to harvest. And that seems therefore to take a while, so we should get a fair bit of time before, well not a fair bit, but a bit of time once the first bit of wheat's matured to actually watch it, because of the fact that it's got to scan through the whole 5x5 area to determine what's ready.
Well, and the Mine Factory Reloaded machines are actually very efficient on servers, so they don't scan constantly either.
No, that's right. That's why a lot of the server people are really pleased with this particular mod. I haven't got any bones on me, have I? No. It's a shame we can't turn arrows into bone meal. But then I suppose it'd be arrow meal, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Something like that.
Come on. Potatoes grow really quick. Uh-oh. Hello, Mr. Zombie. I'll kill you before you get to the farm. Come on. It's about as fun as watching grass grow. What I might do is actually pause until it's grown, and I'll bring you back in quickly as soon as it does. So we'll be back in a sec. There we go. We now have some growth. Now, yes, I've used a bit of bone meal to get a few of them up there to show you. But the other thing that you can do is by putting a lever on the top or the sides of any of these Mine Factory Reloaded motors or anything, you can actually stop them. So see, that's just idle now. So I have done that so that when I can turn it on now, you can see them getting harvested and replanted, which is all pretty clever.
It is, isn't it? It's nice to have things automated for you.
Oh yeah, and you can see the order that it works, down line by line. And there we go, all harvested, replanted. There's our seeds in there, so we just need to put them back over into that one. And our wheat stays there. All lovely like. So that's now set to just continue on its merry way. I need to just check every now and again to make sure that the seeds we've got enough seeds across in the replanter, but that all works perfectly now. I'll leave that bone meal there. Managed to get quite a few potatoes while I was mucking around down there too. I'll leave the fertiliser. I got two and a bit stacks. I'll leave the fertiliser down here. I've left a bucket down here, and I'll leave the hoe down here. The hoe down. That's a little dance joke.
Joke.
Comment.
There's probably people out there, who are thinking that's not a joke. That's very important.
I didn't mean hoe downs were a joke.
Oh, right. Okay. Sorry.
I was getting at the hoe down part being the joke. What have you been doing?
Well,
you were standing in that corner when I left you. Have you moved at all?
I have indeed. I have some stuff over here.
Goodness me, you have been busy. Well, look at that. So we have ME cable going over there, which... What are these squarey things on top? IOs?
They're interfaces. Yes.
Yep. Okay, and then we've got some advanced... Wow, you've really spared no expense. Advanced factories on the bottom there.
Yeah, well,
Metallurgic infusers.
Red's better. So let me take you through them. I'm
So you've got-
about to.
Oh, okay. Yep.
Well, I am. Just let me finish this one little
There you
thing
go.
I was
You
in
ran away.
the middle of. Sorry.
You're going back to
just,
hide in the corner again, are you?
Yeah. I just.
All right. So what do we got? We've got a smeltery. We have a crusher.
We do. We have a
We
smeltery.
have metallurgic infusers with redstone and coal, or carbon, compressed coal.
So if you look at if you click on the interface at the top,
Yep.
it tells you what it's configured to do.
Okay.
So down the bottom, so the top part's about exporting, and we're not using that for this bit. We'll use that later when we hook up the ore processing systems. But for the smelter, what we're actually
hang on.
using...
Let me open the smelter because I had the other one open. Yep.
Okay, so when you open the smelter, well, actually, the line of 9 things at the bottom there, so there, if you actually pick one up, I'm just going to pick the diamond one up, they're actually crafting patterns, the same as we get in the normal ones.
Yeah.
Okay, so what it is a pattern telling it how to craft things. So if you look at the first one there, it crafts 16 stone with 16 cobblestone. And the thing with the patterns is you can make a pattern, doesn't have to work in a crafting table, because obviously if I put 16 cobblestone into a crafting table, it doesn't make 16 stone.
No.
But if I put 16 cobblestone into a smelter, it does indeed make 16 stone.
Yep.
So these patterns are designed for smelters. They won't work anywhere else. And what it means is that I can just go and say, please, and I'm going to go and order that now, go and make me some stone. So I'm just going to nip in here and say to it, please craft me. In fact, I'll ask for 1 stone.
Oh, there you go. You got 16 of them.
Yeah. Now, there was a reason why I did that. These smelters, so particularly the advanced ones, which are running 5 at the same time, they're very...
To do one's a bit ridiculous.
They're very inefficient if you just send in 1 cobble. So the better way of doing these is to actually send in some larger numbers. So by setting up the pattern to say 16 cobble, give me 16 stone, even if it only wants 1 stone, it'll make 16. But it keeps the other 15. So next time you want a stone, it goes, I got 15. So likewise, you'll see glass there set up to make 64 at a time. Charcoal makes 32 at a time. It's only the ones that are expensive, like the diamond processor at the end there, that makes 1 at a time, or the steel, it's making 1 at a time because I want it to be able to use all of the steel dust that it gets.
Yep. Cool.
So that's the smelter, and if you look along at the next one, we've got the crusher, and he does much the same. The crusher is set up, and I've got a few more things that need to go into the crusher. I've got to teach him to crush diamonds. But
such a waste.
Yeah. So he knows how to... so this is how I'm dealing with the dusts. The easiest way to deal with the gold dust is just to crush a gold ingot. It's not the most efficient, because obviously to make the gold ingot, we got dust and then smelted it. But what it means like we do is all the gold that comes in can just go straight to ore processing, get converted into gold ingots, and then when I want dust, I'll just crush it back again. Because most of the time you don't want the dust. So that knows how to make the iron and the copper and the gold and osmium dust. I still need to teach it about tin dust. Now, I've also got some other ones in there at the moment. So one is to crush cobble into gravel. One is to crush gravel into sand. And one is to crush sandstone into sand.
Which you normally wouldn't worry about, but because we're in the desert, we get a hell of a lot of it.
Well, we do, exactly. And we need sand. So...
Yes. Even though we're in a desert.
Well, until Digi goes out for us.
Oh, I was going to say, I should actually go and check Digi.
We do need to check.
A truckload of sand.
So, if we look at the last two, these are a bit unfortunate, these infusers, because it's too hard in the programming to actually make sure that you get the exact right amount of redstone for the amount of iron you put in. So they don't cost much to make, the infusers. So all I've done is create 2 different infusers. One's got redstone in it, one's got charcoal or carbon in it. And the these have each got a pipe on the back as well. So effectively, so if you look at this one at the bottom on the charcoal side, it's got an export bus there that just says keep exporting compressed charcoal until, or compressed carbon until it won't take any more.
Okay.
Until you run out, which is where it's at the moment. So that just keeps it full. And the other one's got one for redstone, but it's on the back side. And then the pipe on the opposite side is to extract the thing that's made. So these are just to make the enriched alloy and to make iron. Turn iron into steel as a two-stage process. And that's because they're so common. They're there. And the last one, which I was just in the middle of trying to set up over here, is we need to do an enrichment one as well. Because we need to be able to enrich obsidian dust, and we need to be able to make the compressed carbon and the compressed redstone.
Oh, yeah.
Which is the enrichment one.
All right. I'll duck out and have a look at Didge and see how he's going.
Okay, you do that.
Well, you finish that one off. Because I'm gonna go out on a limb and say he's gonna be finished, but he may not have finished if he hasn't had the room to put stuff. Oh dear. Which he hasn't. Oh, go away, Mr. Skelly. Yeah, I have to do a few trips. Because I didn't bring a cardboard box with me, did I?
Well, that's probably a bad move.
Yep. No, that's okay. I'll grab one now. I'll grab two, actually. Oh no, I'll grab one. Oops. Config. Oh no, I didn't put the configurator in. Potato. Stop it. And cardboard box. I never thought I would say this, but next time you're going out lighting up an area...
Yeah?
Can you count out 32, please?
Why?
Because there's an awful lot of stuff around Vidge, which is making it somewhat tricky.
Well, that would probably indicate that you didn't clean out the area first and light it up before you put Didge there.
Well, it was daylight, so it didn't need it.
Well, if you went back in daylight, you wouldn't need it either.
Yeah, well, that's true. That's true. Okay, now we're going to test out your I/O thingy. Oh, I got some glowstone leggings. Can wear them on Saturday night to the disco.
I see.
So we put you down there, and we take that off, and we watch everything disappear from it. Look at that. Suck, 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 suck.
Now, I will warn you, and I know warning you doesn't always work for me, but I will warn you. I've taught it how to make factories, but you've got to be really careful to make sure you order the one you want. So you got to hold down that shift thing, you know. It's just, otherwise, you go, oh no, I've got 4 smelters. I didn't want 4 smelters.
I have, I actually have a problem with that anyway. The fact that when you're holding over the stuff in
it is unfortunate.
NEI, you can't see what it is.
Yeah, it is unfortunate. I agree. It's just the fact that it says basic factory. But the problem is that the way he's done it, and it's really quite interesting, is he's done it. They don't even have a different metadata bit. So the factories themselves they're not distinguishable by Minecraft. But the thing what he could have done was, because he's already put stuff in there about hold shift for more details, he could have just included the word in there saying this is smelting.
Yeah, well, it only needs to be, the first 4 letters. Smelt. Just so that you can tell what it is. I forgot the fact that it actually uses the cardboard box when you break it.
No, it doesn't. It does. I got it. I just put it in there. No, and actually, to be honest, it probably would be good that it should use the cardboard box.
Yeah, I think it should.
I mean, it would force us to keep smelting, keep sawmilling things, which sort of don't otherwise have to. But it really.
Well, there's not much in Minecraft now that is what's the word? Undestroyable.
Well, and it's not that they're undestroyable, but you think about chests and those sort of things. So there are some of the things you would compare it to. They're infinitely reusable.
Yeah.
So it's not wrong, I don't think, but it is. I think it does. It would make sense in this case.